Stone and Skater were easily the two top, lagging decently behind with a personal best of around 20 minutes. But months of effort and steady improvement saw him eventually land within 2 seconds of the world record, with a 17:47 achieved on the 17th of April 2016. This was easily good enough for second place, and it seemed as though the world record was certainly within reach. The world record for Ocarina of Time has always been extremely tight, and players are always combing through their runs trying to find the tiniest of time saves. Naturally, people compared Torj's run to the world record to see where time was gained or lost. One particular player, named Midnight, noticed something strange about one of Torj's cutscenes. It ran much faster than the world record held by Skater. The Ocarina of Time 80% world record is pretty notorious for containing a really high percentage of cutscene time in the run. Around half of the time was spent watching and waiting for cutscenes to end. Of all of the places to gain time on someone else, the cutscenes definitely shouldn't be one of them. And yet, Torj was gaining over a full second on Skater for doing absolutely nothing. The accusations instantly began flooding in, with claims that Torj was overclocking his Wii. People weren't sure exactly how, but he was obviously doing something to speed up his cutscene. Even the world record holder seemed to agree that Torj was up to no good. At the very least, he was playing on hardware that gave him an unfair advantage over the competition. As I said earlier though, whenever something seems wrong, cheating is only one possible explanation, and usually it comes down to a lack of understanding. The truth is that no matter what console you're playing on, this particular cutscene will not run at the same speed every time. When it plays, you'll notice there are chunks of debris flying around, and these chunks are not set in stone. They are in fact randomly generated, and the more chunks that are created, the more the cutscene will lag behind. Ultimately, the speed at which the cutscene plays will differ by as much as 2 seconds, which in a game like this is an eternity. Of course, when you see a discrepancy like this, it needs to be investigated, but conclusions don't need to be drawn until a full investigation is done. The Ocarina of Time speedrunners didn't know why the cutscenes were faster, and a few of them assumed the worst. But the interesting thing is that this particular issue was already well known by the tool-assisted speedrun community. If anyone knows the ins and outs of game code, it's the tassers who meticulously formulate the most perfect runs. This information wasn't widely known, however, until after this controversy. Torj would ultimately break Skater's record several months later, and would go on to become one of the greatest Ocarina of Time players ever. This cutscene event would forever be fondly remembered as the Fast Wii incident.
And this cutscene actually lags depending on how much debris there is flying around, which is random. And so it can lag more or less and affect your best split on Ganon. Something that was known to people who tasked this game, but not really to the general community until Torj's Fast Wii was discovered recently.
Had to do it.
Now finally, I want to revisit a video I made last December about the Super Mario Bros. Speedrunner Lekuki, who tied the world record. I outlined Lekuki's history, which involved a previous incident of cheating, and explained how his most recent world record was being left in limbo due to strange circumstances. Since making that video, Lekuki's run has been extensively investigated, and the moderators found no evidence of cheating. Thus, his speedrun was verified and placed onto the ranks. But it appears that the video itself caused some minor controversy with some people, especially those from Lekuki's community, claiming that I was accusing him of cheating again. Not only that, but the comment